So it's came to my attention that YouTube's going through some pretty big changes, and I wouldn't say good changes. In fact, it's kind of really shitty and bad changes to be specific. I'm not too happy with it. Now I understand you can't cuss a whole bunch of times. I understand you can't cuss a whole bunch of a bunch of crazy times, but what's funny is that that we got videos where from females twerking without getting their videos taken down with nothing but a G-string thong to actual pornography on YouTube. And what's funny is that stuff does not get pulled out, but and I understand. After this whole Charlottesville, it's got everybody shook it up, and I'm even shook it up. Let's be quite honest. I'm outraged about what happened in Charlottesville myself. But it's like it's not gonna help if we have to monetize every little thing. Now I understand, and this is coming from a guy who's done some stupid stuff before. I have posted I posted personal information about my ex, and that's why I lost my Twitch affiliate. And again, this is why I say this again to my followers who at least go on my Twitch. Be careful what you say on my Twitch, at least. Just until this blows away, because now YouTube, not only YouTube's going to have this policy, but Twitch is most likely going to have this bad word policy. I mean, do I like it? No, because it kind of takes away real freedom of speech. It kind of takes away dialogue. It kind of takes away everything. So you can't even vocalize your opinion. It's going to get to the point where you can't even vocalize your opinion on movies, video games, etc., because if the minute you upset somebody, then YouTube could say we're going to pull the ads from your channel, or we're going to pull this. Oh, you can't be a Twitch affiliate right now because you said this and it was really offensive. And see, that's the problem. It's the fact that everything is being offensive. And that's kind of a problem. And it's what it is they don't even give you a guideline what is offensive besides the cuss words, which I understand. Cuss words are meant to be offensive. But like other stuff, like with this whole censoring this and that, it's like, but you don't even give us a list of stuff we can't say. That's what makes me mad. It's like, hey, okay, you don't want us to do this or that, YouTube. Same thing with you, Twitch. You don't want us to do that and do that, but you don't put it on your guidelines. You don't put it on your guidelines. You need to be specifically putting everything on guidelines. Maybe go put. I know it's kind of bad, but put a list of banned words. I'm pretty sure, and then anytime someone says such banned words, well, they get a strike on their video. Say it again, their video gets blocked. Say it again, they lose their channel rights for at least 3 months, some of the rights, and if they say it again, we'll terminate the channel. That would take care of a lot of confusion and stuff like that. But nonetheless, this is why I tell my Twitch followers, you gotta be very careful, man. You're gonna get your boy, you're gonna get your King of the Night in trouble. Because they're also looking at followers. They're also looking at the fan base. They're looking at fan bases, and let's be honest, my fan base is quite toxic. I have a toxic fan base because they just act toxic all the time. So I'm sorry, but it's just true. Most of my Archfiends of Chaos are toxic, and I tell you, be very careful of your toxicity. No, you can't have no racially motivated jokes, whether they're funny or not. No rape jokes, no political stuff, no religious stuff, for good reasons, because now YouTube is cutting down. Just because I don't like something that YouTube's doing, I still have to comply by YouTube. Most of us, I personally may not make money from YouTube, But there are people out there who do make money for YouTube, and it would suck if if someone would have got, in trouble because they said something that was incidentally offensive, not a cuss word, incidentally a cuss word. Now I agree with some policies. Again, the whole Charlottesville, that stuff was just, made me angry. I had to turn the TV off. And, whole thing with Jake Paul doing this and that, and I didn't even know who Jake Paul was before until I saw the drama things of him. But I understand after all that stuff, they have to change some of their policies. But what we YouTubers really want from you is to be specific of the stuff you're going to change and put it on your terms of services. So that way, no one gets in trouble. Like, I know, let's see for sure, Final Fantasy Peasant, he makes money off his videos. And I don't want to actually have to hear that he got ads removed from his thing and got strikes on his account just because he said something that was offensive. You don't have a long list of stuff that you can't say. Now, I understand you can't say cuss words, but it's more than just the cuss words. It's the fact that you can't even have an opinion or a voice on here anymore. And that's kind of frustrating to people who make money on YouTube. And even people who do it recreational like I do, it's frustrating because it's like anything could be deemed offensive. Anything. You just have an opinion, Let's just say someone says Cloud sucks. They could go ahead and throw that PC bullshit saying that oh, this is incorrect. You can't say that. That's hate speech. And that's the problem we have. That's the problem we have. Then we can never go after people who are legitimate offenders, with these new policies. That's why I didn't like the YouTube hall monitors thing. That's why I ripped apart and roasted the YouTube partner. I don't know if it's partners or YouTube friends or whatever it's called. I didn't like that program because it's like, I understand we're in a new age, but it's like you should make a list of stuff we can't say. That's all I'm asking. We need to have a list on YouTube's terms of services right then and there of every single word that we cannot say, and so we can avoid saying that stuff. I'm not saying I would say anything that is bad, but you don't know other people. You don't know other YouTubers, And then what happens if something's a joke? There are channels who do jokes. And I'm not talking about pranks. There are channels who, like, what are you gonna do to bar comedians? Bar comedians use YouTube. Most of the comedians that go to bars to do stand up, they actually put their stuff on YouTube. Are you gonna censor them for an offensive joke? Because if you do that, then you might as well just kiss free speech goodbye. Because we're not. The problem I have with this is that we're not being specific enough. We need to be specific on what is bad and what is not. Because people are losing money off of YouTube. Now, I agree. You should always have at least a regular job to go with your stuff. You should. But I'm just saying that I think it'd be a better idea to tell us straight up what we can and cannot do specifically. And if you're going to at least enforce that stuff, YouTube, then why do I see nudity on the internet, on YouTube? Some people do upload porn on YouTube. And for some reason, that stays. And that's strictly against YouTube's policies. That's against YouTube's policies. It's like, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get the stance on these issues like this. Is that I don't think I could jump on liking this stuff because this could hurt channels who do get paid for their stuff. And whether you get paid or not, it's like, I think in order to have a platform, we need to just, have at least a little bit of open dialogue, but censor those things that are truly bad and truly offensive, And I get we need to have controlled. And you know what? Let's be quite honest. You can't control everything that happens in the world. You cannot control what everybody thinks and everybody does, you know. But we can control our many fan bases. That's why I'm going to ask the Archfiends of Chaos every time I go on stream. We watch our topics because that's another reason why I probably lost my Twitch affiliate, you know. But nonetheless, it's, we're in the new area and we're just going to have to play by the rules. I understand that. But it's like, how could you sit there and get mad at someone for saying cuss words on YouTube, but it's okay to show people how to put a condom on and shows naked? I didn't go look at that stuff. I just saw the little, the news feed about it, and I'm just saying, and there's a couple of times I've seen actual porn on YouTube, even today. Didn't even try to go search for it all, In fact, I was just looking for either some Final Fantasy stuff, some Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG stuff. I don't know, just what I usually look up. The stuff I usually look up, you know, how to use a capture card and stuff. Just typical stuff I would look up, and then I end up finding porn, and it's funny because it's not okay to say cuss words, but it's okay for kids to watch porn, which is intended for adult audiences. Even if I don't care if you have toys or not, it's intended for adults, you know. But these policies are just getting ridiculous. And the reason why they're being ridiculous, I'm to the point where, okay, you want to censor some stuff, that's fine. You know, we're at the time where most likely we're gonna have to get things under control, and until people start to control their actions a lot more on the internet, we're gonna have to put some restrictions because dumb people are the reason why political correctness exists. You think it's just social justice warriors, but no, some of you neckbeards do say some pretty disgusting stuff, and until we get that population at least to calm down and not say this or say that, things aren't going to change. So I blame the true culprit, and that's the people who caused YouTube to make these rules in the first place. But at the same time, we need to have an open dialogue, and we need to have a huge list of do's and don'ts. If you're going to change the rules, I think we should get to the point where everybody knows the rules. And not only that, but you got to implement the rules no matter what it is, even if it makes you money. If a girl could twerk in a G-string thong, or there's an actual sex scene from a pornographic 90s movie, then those scenes should be removed. Those videos should be removed if you're going to put this bad word policies. And those things shouldn't get added because, yeah, sure, it pays YouTube, but at the same time, it's kind of hypocritical to put one policy and not fight against the others. But all I ask YouTube is we get dialogue going and we get at least a list of things we cannot say besides just cuss words. Like a whole list. That way we all know what's going on. We all know what's going on. I don't care at this point. The world's gonna get crazy with censorship. We're gonna be censoring things for a long time. I understand. I get it. But you could at least keep us abreast to what's going on, and that's all I ask. And tell me what you think in the comments below. And that's just my views on this bad word policy.